Right.
Ladies, acknowledge the presence of Reverend Holly. A few in-house announcements. The bar is to our right. The buffet is to your left through the door where you entered, and you have a right. And you would exit at the back door where you see the sign exit. And through that same exit, on the right-hand side, you'll find the washrooms. I don't think there are any drills planned for today. That's all in keeping with safety. So, it's praise and worship. And we're going to call to the fore Yolanda, and Reverend Holly to lead us in praise and worship. Ladies.
Good to be here this afternoon to celebrate with Miss Yolande on her birthday. And as always, in everything we do, we must put God first, right? So we're going to start off with a word of prayer. Reverend Hollis is going to say a word of prayer.
A pleasant good afternoon to everyone. Let us go to the throne room. Also, Father, this afternoon, we humble ourselves before you, and with a humble heart, a contrite heart, and we lift before you the one who has caused us to be gathered here this afternoon, who is celebrating 75 years of beautiful life. And so, Lord, we ask a special blessing upon her, that as she gracefully continues to age, that she remains sweet, gorgeous, wonderful, and splendid as she is now. And so, Lord, we ask a special blessing upon her life, her loved ones, her friends, and even those who do not like her. And so, Father, we commit everything into your hands this afternoon, as we ask a special blessing on the proceeding here this afternoon. In Jesus' name we all pray, and all people say, Amen.
Okay, so I'm going to do a few prayers this afternoon, and I would like you to stand and join in with me. Those of you who know the song, you will join in with me, okay? He has done me well, oh my soul. Rise up and praise the Lord. God is good. He has done me well, oh my soul. Rise up and praise the Lord. This is my desire to honor you, Lord, with all my heart. I worship you. Oh, all I have within me, I give you praise. All that I adore is in you. Oh, Lord, I give you my heart. I give you my soul. I live for you alone. Every breath that I take, every moment I'm awake. Lord, have your way in me. Lord, I give you my heart. I give you my soul. I live for you alone. Every breath that I take, every moment I'm awake. Lord, have your way in me. Amen. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Reverend Holly and Yoda. I think we could do a little better than that, you know. I mean, if we're small in numbers, we're going to make up for that, right? Good. Trying to play young girlie and read without my eyes. Sorry, people. Jessie in the house? Yes? Okay. So up next, we're going to have a young lady. She's a soloist. She's going to be playing the steel pan for us. She is affiliated with the Golden Hands Steel Orchestra. And I must have you know that whatever contributions or donations that you make this evening rather, is going towards both the Golden Hands Steel Orchestra Foundation, is it? As well as the Claxton Bay Anglican School. So dig deep and let's put it out there for these children. They need it. Yeah? They need it. Good. I like a lively crowd of people. You know, we like to jive and thing, you know. So Jessie Jagnerine, born in the year 1998, this talented young woman started her musical journey with the Golden Hands Steel Orchestra, Music Center, at the age of 6 years old, under the patronage of Ms. Franca Hills Headley, the founder and director of Golden Hands. She's also done various exams such as Royal Schools of Music, Trinity School of Music, as well as the University of the West Indies Steel Pan graded solo examinations. She has also taken part in various events such as Panorama and the Trinidad and Tobago Music Festival as a soloist and ensemble member, with Golden Hands winning the Prime Minister's Trophy. Good. So this is the caliber of people we're talking about. She's currently a student at the University of the West Indies, Trinidad and Tobago, National Academy for the Performing Arts. She is pursuing her degree in the Bachelor's of Fine Arts in Performing Arts with her specialization in music. She would like to pursue her career in teaching young musicians within her country of Trinidad and Tobago people. Yay. I present to you no other than the lovely, the beautiful Miss Jessie Jagnerine. Let's put our hands together.
You have always been an inspiration to me, and every time I see you, is just not only a breath of fresh air, but excitement, happiness, glee, even for pan and cutters. This lady would had a ball, and I had a ball with her, and I was glad that I had to have this experience with her. And you know how they say, little things is always come in big packages, right? So you know, little things come in big packages. Yeah. So this is for you, Miss Yolande. And you know I love you with all my heart.
Take me to the King. I don't have much to bring. My heart is torn in pieces. It's my offering. Take me to the King.
What a talented and promising young woman. And when, sometimes when we ask people to make contributions or donations, they always want to know where their money is going to. And quite rightly so. I mean, it's your hard-earned dollars. So on that note, I'd like to give you a little, a little bio into Golden Hands. Golden Hands is the world's most respected specialist in steel pan mentorship, education, and performance. This year, Golden Hands will be celebrating its 27th anniversary. For the past 8 years, Golden Hands has embarked on a scholarship program which is geared toward the musical mentoring of young people aged 3 to 30. Founded by its president, Ms. Franca Hills Headley, Golden Hands has shared a beautiful steel pan music both home and abroad. Golden Hands has won just over 100 festival championship titles over the years. Under its musical director, Vanessa Headley, the band has amassed 18 trophies at the most recent Trinidad and Tobago Music Festival and will be defending those at this year's festival. For the past 5 years, they have been performing music composed, sung, and arranged by Vanessa Headley. And trust me, I've heard her before. She is good. They remain the only band to have ever done this, and it has earned them the National Small Band Panorama Championships title of 2018. This year, Golden Hands maintained a spot among the finalists, placing 6th with their selection of David Ruddard and Michael Montano's Oil and Music. The band has produced 4 albums. I think they deserve a round of applause, people. So now you understand why you have to make some serious contributions. 3 to 30 years old. This is helping keep our youth out of trouble and off the streets. On to our other item on this evening's proceedings, we have the reading of the gospel. And to do this, we have the sons of Miss Yolande Halls, Kendall and Kern Halls.
Good evening, everybody. We're going to be reading from Philippians chapter 4, verse 4 through 7. Rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I will say, rejoice. Let your gentleness be known to everyone. The Lord is near.
Do not worry about anything, but in everything, by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. This is reading from Philippians 4 through 7.
Reverend Sam.
Master of Ceremonies. Friends, I want to greet you in the precious and wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. She did say a sermon. I don't know if you knew what she is saying, because normally my sermon lasts about an hour and a half. You're not looking something so enthusiastic any longer. I'm very disappointed. But I'll save it for Sunday, when Hollis has a little more time and a little more space on his video cantor, the team. I just want to acknowledge the presence of the lady of the moment. I call her Sister Yolande. And Sister Yolande, before I go any further, I want to have a request to make of you. Could you present to me, if possible, a copy of your birth certificate? Because I'm wondering if I'm at the right function. When I came in and I looked, I said, wait, I wonder what I showed it tell me what they the number they call, and what I'm seeing here, I'm wondering, is there 50th building? It's remarkable. And what would have kept you, you have to give me the secret of what would have kept you looking so young, or being able to shave off a number of your years. But I'm here to preach, my dear friends. Rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I say rejoice. Let your gentleness be known to everyone. The Lord is near, do not worry about anything. But in everything, by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which passes all understanding, will keep your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus. Let us bow our heads in prayer. Father, we thank you for allowing us to be gathered in this place. We thank you, Lord God, that Sister Yolande has the presence of mind and relationship with you to insist that a word be given at this time, at this most auspicious occasion. And so, Father, we pray, Lord God, that you will fill my mouth with words that are comforting, assuring, but with a bit of challenge in it, O Lord God. We thank you that she has survived to this age. We do not know what tomorrow brings. So, Lord God, in everything, let us give thanks. So may the words of my mouth and the meditation of all our hearts, may they be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, our strength, our Redeemer, and our rock. Amen. When I was given this task, I said, Lord, allow this cup to pass from me. And when I was trying to come up with what passage should we use for this occasion, this passage came to mind as I thought about what I knew of Yolande, this kind of spirit that she has, the kind of heart that she has, the kind of carefree spirit that she has, not careless, carefree. She knows how to get along, she knows how to live. She is generous to a fault. I remember a few years ago when this circuit, that is the South Trinidad Methodist Circuit, we were hosting the triennial conference of the Methodist Church in the Caribbean and the Americas. So we had persons from Haiti, Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, Jamaica, Guyana, Leeward Islands District, and a number of other territories. And she was approached to host some persons. Didn't think she was going to be around, but she left her house open. She made a car available. That is and she just thinks she had to go away to dress around that time. She didn't say, boy, these persons who I don't know coming into my house, I better not do it. She just gave up the house, the car, so persons could be as comfortable as possible. And they had a car to use between Clarksonville and the center, the conference center in St. Martin's. That's so, when I thought about that, I say, you know, Sister Yolande has that kind of spirit. And I thought about Paul. And the thing about it, you know, this letter from Paul, it was not written in a place of ease, you know. This letter, Sister Yolande, was written from prison. A cold, hard prison. And imagine if we think the prisons that we have here is bad. I do not know what they were like in those days, but they were cold and hard. The meals, I'm sure, were not like the Hyatt and so on, but the meals were perhaps just bread and water if you were lucky. But here is Paul in this particular situation. He's writing a letter of thanksgiving. And the thing about the Philippians and Paul's relationship with them was that Paul was a miserable man. Paul was very fussy and meticulous. he did not accept any contribution to his ministry from any and everybody. He did not accept it because, from many persons because he knew how human beings are. When they give you something, with the right hand, you're looking for something in the left. Remember a story of a policeman? Not in Trinidad and Tobago. No. I lived in Jamaica for many years. So I'm not talking about Trinidad and Tobago. I'm talking about my experience in Jamaica. You'll see the policeman will say, okay, there's a ticket to write. From you doing some kind of infraction, he would say, okay, I could either write the ticket or you will left something with me. So he's either, so you say, write the ticket or left. So in other words, my dear friends, if he was not to write a ticket for you, then you're supposed to leave something, a contribution with him. Sister Yolande gives and does not look over her shoulder. So I'm talking about Paul. Paul didn't accept things from anybody just so. This is one of the few churches that he accepted any kind of contribution to his ministry from. Because he didn't want when persons gave him, they go and say, this is what I gave to Paul. As far as he was concerned, this particular church, not a very big church, but this, and not a very rich church either, but this particular church, they had the kind of spirit that he could have accepted their assistance. Because as far as he was concerned, they knew but how to give, and how to give a lot, but how to give quietly, not looking necessarily for anything in return. But here is Paul. In this particular situation, he doesn't know if he's going to live or die. He doesn't know what the future may hold. But here he's telling the Philippians, rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice. In other words, my dear friends, your joy, our joy, doesn't necessarily come from our circumstances. It comes from a relationship with the Lord. So no matter what happens, you might lose a child, a relationship might go sour, a spouse might abandon you. Yes, it will hurt, it will rock you, but you can still rejoice in the Lord because you know that you serve a Savior who will neither leave you nor forsake you. You might have friends. A friend, my dear friends, you know they are friends. You might have a friend who might hug you, but right and in the hug, there is something in your back. You can still rejoice and don't give up on humanity because you know that Jesus Christ is on the throne and he has your back. Paul, my dear friends, the kind of background that he had. Many persons say, listen, and they threw it back in his face. You know what he was? He tried to destroy the church of Jesus Christ. And he thought he was doing God's work. And although he came into a saving relationship with Christ, persons never allowed him to forget it. They kept telling him, hey, Paul, we're playing. I remember what you used to do. Look at what you did to Stephen. You held persons' court while they stoned Stephen to death. You, when you were going to Damascus to arrest persons who say they were Christians. He said, look at you. You know Paul never denied it? Paul said, yes. Look at me. I was a wretch. I did all these bad things. But Jesus Christ has done something in my life. And if he has done it for me, he can do it for you. Paul, even though persons tried to throw their past back in his face, this past back in their face, he accepted it. And he said, yes, but look at me now. Sister Yolande, don't let anybody throw back anything in your face. Say to God be the glory with things he has done. Paul talks about praying to God, about everything. He said, make your petitions known. Don't forget to pray over this. And I have a belief, I have a feeling, sister, that you pray. You may not pray as regularly as you should, but you pray. You pray. Continue to pray and pray even more, so that you will continue to grow in grace. You can't be looking good so for that age I hear you say that you were celebrating if you would not have prayed. Go. And you do it after you use me. Well, I shall suppose yes, but I think they catch me, sister. You really got me. So here is my prayer for you and for us. I pray that you continue to look unto Jesus, the author and finisher of your faith. He has allowed you to see this amount of years. There are some persons, my dear friends, who half your age, whatever that age is, that is. You said you were 16, 8 years old. Can't do the things that you would do or can't experience what you have experienced. But here is my prayer. My prayer is that God will continue to bless you. He will continue to give you the grace so that your heart can be stayed on Him. You come from a family, fairly large family. I like large families. But my mother only had one of them. When I married into a family of 10. When I said I do, I got 8 brothers and a sister. I'm drawn to large families. And the thing about families, you can choose your friends, but you can't choose your family. God has placed you in a particular family for a particular reason. I pray that God will allow you all to continue to live together. Yes, there might be little difficulties as in every family. Even the closest knit families that I know, they have their little troubles. But I pray that God will continue to hold you together. And that sometimes, when you know whose family, if you touch somebody belonging to you, all of a sudden, everything that you had, any conflict that you had, you forget that and you all go rushing together for that person who might want to interfere with you as a family or member of the family. I pray that God will continue to keep you, my dear sister, and continue to bless you, that you will continue to love Him and serve Him with the many years that He will bless you. God bless you in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Very touching, Reverend Psalm of the Methodist Church. Next, we're going to ask Reverend Holly to bless the meal that we would be having this afternoon. So you're up again, Reverend Holly.
Okay. In everything, you must give thanks. And so, we're going to give thanks to the meals this afternoon, after we have given thanks to the person who has caused us to be here. And it is exactly as Reverend Sam said, Miss Yolande is. No doubt. My only problem with her is when people used to take advantage of her. And I used to get irate. I used to get vexed. And as I said, I trust that she remained as sweet as she is at this moment. It's a blessing to know you, Miss Yolande. It's a joy to be with you. and I would have given everything just to be here. And so, let us bless the meal. Please join me as we reverence the presence of the Lord amongst us here this evening. And so, Father, we thank you that as we have come to the end of this part of this evening proceeding, and to begin the other part that starts with the meal, we commit the meal into your hands, and we commit us, our stomach, and everything into your hands. So, Lord, we thank you for a symbiotic relationship when we eat our meals this afternoon, dear God. And as we remember you, and remember your daughter that you have kept until this time, for us here to celebrate 75 wonderful years. Father, we thank you for the hands that has prepared it. We thank you for the joy that it will bring to each and every one of us. So, Father, we eat in your presence and in your name and under your guidance. In Jesus' name we pray, and God's people say, Amen. Yes,
Fernando. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Welcome, all you lovely people. I bring you greetings on behalf of Miss Yolande Hollis. I would like to especially welcome Mr. and Mrs. Jean Porter. They have been more than a brother and a sister to Yolande. I'd also like to welcome, special welcome, to Kendall and Kern Halls. And I was told earlier by Kern that Kendall is the ugly one and Kern is the good-looking one. So we're going to go with that. But in my eyes, they're both very handsome. Thank you guys for being here today. To all of you, beautiful, lovely people, welcome. You know, when I walked in here this evening, I thought I was at the Met Gala. I was looking out for all them movie stars and what you call the woman, Lady Gaga, and Beyonce, Jay-Z, you know, those kind of people. So I kept looking, and I said, well, this one looks like her or him, you know. But I must say that each and every one of you have really come out in your finery this evening in support of Yolande and to celebrate Yolande Halls. Speaking of which, I myself nearly did not make it here this afternoon. You see, I had a serious problem yesterday. And the problem is, people know me, some people know me as the cat woman. By the way, I am starring Muhammad. I'm getting some kind of looks, boy. I take in stray cats off the streets. I find home for them. But I also have 21 that I house at my home. Thank you. So you know, when you're doing something like this, you have to be friends with a good vet who would kind of give you a little discount every 3 months to come and vaccinate and make sure the cats have no flea, and because a lot of people come to play with cats, you know. But you see, I have a problem right now. I don't like to say cats. Cat. Right? my vet. She has to travel abroad, you know, for 5 days, and was looking for a place to house her cat. So she told me, she called me up and said, Starry, would you be kind enough to keep Sophia, my cat, for a few days? I said, sure, no problem, you know, we're here, we can help you, no problem. She said, however, is it okay if I bring her this week so that she can be acclimatized with the rest of the 21 cats you have? I said, sure, no problem. So you know, Yolande thing is today, right? So yesterday, your girl gone in the start, she lull off, right, getting ready. Mr. Cat reach. Starry not there. Workers there. Workers take the cat and put it in a workshop. They're doing their business in the flower shop. Somebody opened a door. And Madam Cat gets away. So you see all them Kaisonians who like to say about somebody, kitty cat and pussy cat and thing, that true thing. True thing, no lie, right? So when I came back, Starry, the vet dropped the cat, you know. I said, really? Yes, a pretty cat. I said, okay. See me run in the workshop now to go and look for the cat. I bend down and looking, pussy, kitty, Sophia. No cat. I said, okay. Cat tired, cat sleeping. Right? Am I what to do? About half an hour later, Miss Vet arrived to pick up back the cat. Cat can't be found. I on the phone with 1,010,000 people trying to organize things for this evening. No cat. I have to come off the phone. Now this is about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So from 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock last night, I looking for Sophia, the missing cat. The vet called back, she left, and then she came back. She said, Starry, can I look one more time for the cat? I said, sure, no problem. Open up the gates, she came in, shaking a bag of food. Miss Cat come out and start to walk behind the vet like it's nobody's business. Thankfully, we found Miss Cat. So my advice, ladies and gentlemen, the lesson I learned, and I would like to share with you all. Don't lend your cat. Don't send your cat for holidays, no way. Right? Don't leave it by nobody. Make sure your cat's secured. Alright? That is my advice to you all this afternoon. You know, we always attend these functions where we always have to wait for food till the end, and your belly making all kind of noise. You swear was a steel pan playing, or a saxophone or something, right? So here what? I had to beg for it a little bit this evening, but at least I get a little bit of juice from all you know? So I will feed all you a little bit early. So during our meal, I don't want anyone to sit down and just be chumming down food, you know. I have a very distinguished gentleman by the name of Mr. Francis Prime, and I'm sure quite a few of you here would be familiar with this gentleman. I myself am. And he would be serenading us throughout dinner this evening. However, it's buffet style, and we would go in numerical order. There are numbers on your tables. So So we're going to start with table 1, then table 2. Well, there's nobody there. I think I could eat there. And whoever wants to join me there, we can bring some cat. And then we'll go on to table 3 and so forth and so on. So, Mr. Francis Prime, are we ready?
DJ.
Gentlemen, put your hands together as I will not feed you.
For those of you who don't know, my name is Francis Prime. I am a saxophonist, I'm an entertainer, and I'm here to entertain you. And look how beautiful you all are looking. But I have to play some beautiful music too as well. Okay? So sit back and enjoy while I go through my renditions. Right? I hope you will enjoy. Not I hope, I know you will enjoy it. Right? So I'm going to thank you in advance. Thank you.
yet gotten your dinner, can you please do so? Me too.
Thank you very much. I have come to the end of my session. Over to the DJ now. Thank you very much for your listening pleasure. Thank you very much.
Ask you all to take your seats, please. Oh, thank you, ma'am. Can you put your hands together for Mr. Francis Prime? Those beautiful, beautiful renditions. I would like to, at this point, acknowledge the presence of His Worship, the Mayor of San Fernando, Mr. Junior Regrello, and Mrs. Regrello. Thank you, sir, for joining us here this afternoon. So we filled, we're ready to party. We ain't drunk yet, right? Nice. I hope we drank by the end of the night. So we are celebrating Miss Yolande Hollis. And I'm sure that each of you here would have your story to tell of that wonder of a woman, you know. As Reverend Sam said earlier, in what I call his sermon, we all go through difficult periods in our lives. I personally have known Yolande for about 7 years this year, the early part of this year. And the minute that we set eyes on each other, we became good friends. Yolande has been there with me throughout some very difficult periods of my life, including when my mom passed away suddenly almost 3 years ago. And I must say that in the absence of my deceased mom, I'm proud to say that Yolande is the closest thing I have to a mother at this moment. She reminds me of my mother, oh boy. Buff, ball out. Oh yeah, she keeps me grounded. She's one of a kind. The things that Yolande, she has done for me, and I'm sure she has done quite a bit for many of you here, it's countless to see, you know. I would go on and on all night if I were to continue talking about the contributions that she has made to not just myself, my entire family, my businesses. And I know she don't like the cats, but she puts up with the cats when she's in my company because she don't have a choice. She knows I love the cats, but I love her more. Yolande is, I don't want to get emotional, she's truly a gem. She basically got to know us when we were just starting off in business. And Yolande would be at my shop every single day, from 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, whatever time I would close, religiously. And she never took a penny from me. And if I offered to buy lunch, you little bully girl, give your blasted money. We all know that side to Yolande, right? Yeah, I got many of that. Yeah. So, she's someone who, without her support, her guidance, her books, her ball-outs, I know that I would be a little bit different to who I am today. The year my mother passed away, I have about 4 female friends. And I tend to hang with people who are much older than I am. And on Mother's Day, she trekked to Rio Claro with me to visit my mom, my parents, you know, and just hang with us and lie with us. And my mom was so tired, she was laying down in her bed. And Yolande just went, lay down with my mom on her bed, and they were like, first time they seen each other, and they were like talking and laughing like they knew each other from way back when. And 1 month after my mom passed away. And so, Yolande has filled her shoes in many ways. She may not be a biological mother to me, but she is my mother. I don't care what Kendall and Kern have to say. They have a sister whether they want it or not. Take that. And you try to hit on me, I'll tell mommy. So ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed a pleasure for me to stand before you and to be a part of this memorable event, where we celebrate Yolande Hollis for who she is, the person that she is, the person that she'll always be. That supportive, courageous, say what comes to her mouth, just let it out. And I like that about her. I have never seen my son's, Sean, I've never seen his face light up. But when he sees Auntie Yolande, he could be as angry as he is with the world. When he sees Auntie Yolande, his arms just swing out like this. Auntie Yolande! I'm like, okay, take your time. You know, I'm here still, you know, I'm here, hello. And I saw that this earlier today when we came at the venue, you know, and he came to take me up back to home, and Yolande escorted me outside, and Sean was sitting in his little car there, and when he saw her, and I'm like, okay, okay. And well, you know, it's all the hugs and the kiss and the whatever. But those are some of my stories. And I am sure that each and every one of you here would remember, would, you know, have your own stories to tell about the moments you shared with Yolande Hollis. She's such a very precious person. She makes a mark, she touches lives anywhere she goes. And I know Mr. Hollis Clifton, her proud brother, is standing right there. And do you remember, Mr. Hollis, when she tried to introduce you and I, and she didn't know we already knew each other from way back when?
Tiffany's.
Tiffany! And here she is, Starry, that's how she calls me, right? Not Starry, Starry. Starry, this is Hollis, my brother. I said, I know him. How you know him? Where you know him, man? Yeah. Those are, you know, moments that I treasure, I remember. She's really a live wire, I must say. And we are all blessed to have Yolande Hollis in our lives. And I pray that God grant her long life, health, happiness, love and abundance, you know, to bring that continued joy and support and courage when some of us lose, you know, to each and every one of our lives. So, Mr. DJ, you're on. And we have a little surprise for you guys this evening. Take it away, Andrew.
Yeah, you know, I see.
drop, you call that. See that? About to drop. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, especially you ladies, I have the honor of recently being acquainted with the designer of that gown, Mr. Andrew Weeks. Give it up.
Great.
Well done. Fabulous. Fabulous job. Great ensemble. That is the Yolande I know. Swanky. Bacchanalist. Yeah, man. You know, that is the Yolande I know. Now all you know why we're friends, right? Now all you know why bad behavior, right? Yolande. To the lady of the hour, may God continue to richly bless you, Yolande. And as I mentioned earlier, we are very honored to have in our presence this evening no other than His Worship, the Mayor of the City of San Fernando, Mr. Junior Regrello, whom I'd like to call to the podium to say a few words. Thank you. Let's welcome Mr. Regrello.
Thank you, Mother Mistress of Ceremonies. So, I got an invitation for this function 2 months ago. So you have an idea what kind of planning went into tonight's event. Let me just share this with you. Being a mayor can be a very tough job because you're invited to so many functions and events. One case was I was at the office and a lady came across and she said, Mr. Regallo, Mr. Mustafa died yesterday. And if you know this morning, being Muslim, and he was a long-standing San Fernando, you should show your face. I said, man, I'll try it. A couple of hours after, I was coming up Harris Street, and I saw a gathering. I said, this must be the funeral. Let me just stop for a few minutes. And as I was walking in, the Imam was officiating and said, and here comes the mayor, I'll invite the mayor to say a few words. I have no idea who Mr. Mustafa was, or I didn't know what to say, and I went up there, I don't know. As I walk in, try to pick up sister doubles. I said, Mr. Mustafa, the good doubles, I don't know what to say. Well, I want to give you the assurance that this is not the case tonight. I am here as a friend of Yolande to celebrate 75 years. So when she said, you know, the event is on so and so date, it's a week after Carnival, I said, good, sure, I'll be here. And the planning went in. But when I came and I saw the decor, the setting, I said, wow, only Yolande could do this. Now, there's a secret to know. If you think you see anything, it have more to come. That dress that she did, out 3 or 4 more dresses lined up backstage. And Andrew was the decorator and designer. He's only putting them out there, so I don't know how she could have choreographed it, but it made like children excitement here tonight. But we have to look at this. I mean, looking at her words into the audience, you know, I say, if that was 75 years, I want to be 75 years. But I have a confession, you know, and I have to expose her here. When she told me about the party, she said, I'm celebrating my 70th birthday party. 70th. So I said 70, you know, and I came inside here and I'm looking around and I say, well, I'll be 69 in July. So I want to know what 69 was like. Because she's 70, 60 comes, 69 comes before 70. So I'm supposed to ask her, well, tell me if I'm looking forward to 69, what is going to happen in 69? Then I saw the revelation that really 75 you'll learn in life. 75. But you're good enough, you could pass the 69, but tell us about 69, you want to know. However, we have to look at Yolande's life in a perspective, from a historical perspective. If you go back, I once read where the era or the time in which you're born, it depicts, you know, who you're going to be, the kind of personality you're going to have. So she was born in 1945. Hitler was roaring, rampaging in Europe, a warmonger. What do you expect? War in this country. 1945. Then she came into this world. The world was in a mess. And we are, you know what, like in Trinidad in 1945, when she entered this country, this world, sailors were all over Port of Spain. Andrew's sisters were singing Roman Coca-Cola. That's what it was like in Trinidad. They were rationing food. Lord Invader, who composed that song, he took Calypsonian. Right? Mass is being played by the French Creole. We weren't playing Mass, you know, we were mocking them on Juve morning. Mass was controlled by the French Creole trucks waving at you in long gowns. This was Trinidad was like when she came into this world. Right? You had just got adult suffrage, which means that women were just allowed to vote. The Prime Minister was Albert Gomes. We're now hearing about Butler. This is what 1945 was like. We had no steel band, we had tango bamboo. The Three Brothers didn't arrive as yet. And we had no music. We were dancing with Glenn Miller and Tommy Dorsey. Rock and roll didn't reach Trinidad as yet. Sparrow was still in short pants. I understand what the world was like when she entered Trinidad in 1945. But she went through all the challenges. So she saw the transformation of the steel band from tango bamboo to what we have today. She saw the evolution of the mass, what we have today. She saw the rampaging Dr. Eric Williams and the PNM in the 1950s. She saw the Independence Brigade in the 1960s. She saw the 1970s with the whole revolution and Black Power in the 1970s. She saw the 1980s when the PNM lost, and we only had 3 seats. And the NRL took over. She went into the 1990s with Abu Bakr. She saw that. And then she saw the last, and she now into that 2020. And will continue for a long time. Yolande, congratulations. You have 75 years more to do. Right? You are walking inside the place. This is for all of us. So we can motivate and inspire all of us. Both men and women to be motivated and inspired by her. Because I heard something about a young boy, I know what is going to happen. She asked me to give her 2 assurances. One, that we don't stop the party till 11 o'clock. Right? Because that's one of the rules and regulations of the corporation. I told her, to learn the powers I think I may not have, I have. You're going beyond 11 o'clock tonight, you're going to move the chairs and you're winding down to the ground. Congratulations, 75 years, well, I look forward to many, many more. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Well, I see the applause getting a little heartier and heartier, so that means you all are well fed. And I know the cat calls are going to come when we had feeling a little nice, right? I'd like to acknowledge the presence of Attorney Bureau at this time. Mr. Bureau, would it be okay to call upon you to say a few words on behalf of Yolande? Oh, there we go. Can we put our hands together for Attorney Bureau?
Madam Chairperson, other members of the podium, the head table, and not the guest of honor, but the single guest and most important person tonight. I noticed you will notice I came unescorted. I was only saying that to get her started because I kept listening to the lady in charge, the chair lady, and you know, her brother is here, and I recognized him, and I knew I didn't know her very long, but more than 10 years. And I had the fortune or misfortune of working for her. But she's a very hard taskmaster. And I wouldn't say that I liked being her attorney for a while, but in order to see her, because I wasn't surprised. I didn't know she was 75, but I wasn't surprised to see her come down the center there, looking sprightly, definitely not looking like 75. I am a bit older than that, without telling you, but you know, I've been on, I'm moving on in years. I'm single. but I don't know if I'm ready. I may be old, but not stupid. But Yolande is a very good friend. She has the unfortunate habit of speaking her mind and saying it sometimes when she shouldn't. But if you know her and like her well, you would just take that as part of the course. So I just want, first, I wouldn't say I'm late. I am very on time. I saw all the, I saw what you could say, it was a bikini show for me. Everything, all the important parts, covering all the important areas. So you could imagine, I am enjoying myself. And after having heard the Lord Mayor of San Fernando, I can see that this enjoyment is not continue for some time yet. So I'm not going to predict how enjoyable it will be. Only to say that I expect knowing Yolande, you can't expect, you do not know what to expect. So I just want to say to all Yolande, you are 75 now, and that is a number. Because I will on, and I expect that you will go on, and I'm glad to see you looking and making your moves on the floor. And I wish you every other year that you spend with more joy and understanding. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Attorney at Law, the Headridge Bureau. Age is just a number, you heard the gentleman, right? So we all know that this evening we have with us Mr. Ugly and Mr. Handsome, Kendall and Kurt. And they are the two dashingly handsome sons. See, I'm always stand corrected by these gentlemen. I don't know who's handsome and who's ugly now. Now I'm confused. And these two gentlemen, I would now like to call upon to raise a toast in honor of their more than gorgeous mother, to make handsome sons like you guys. Oh, they're not a mother. Forget about the father. All right? So join me here, please, guys. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I am the dashingly handsome one son. Let's get that clear first before we even start tonight. This is my uglier less intelligent brother. But we're honored to be here to be able to celebrate our mom and her 75 years of glorious life. Before we raise the toast, I just want to tell a little story that really, to me, really represents who she is as a woman, and I think it's something that she really instilled in us as men, and what moves us forward with raising our children and, you know, being the people that we are. Way back in the day, because don't forget she's 75. So we were in Orlando, right? And she started a group called La Caribe. And that group was, you know, a band that she was bringing in and really raising up to kind of bring the culture that we have here to Orlando. We were out at the park, and she was drinking, carrying on, and having a great time. And we noticed that she was getting a little wobbly and a little unsteady, right? So we're like, Mom, you need to sit down, you need to relax. No, move away from me, move away from me. We gonna party, we gonna keep doing this. So me as a young man, I mean, at this time, I'm maybe like 10, 11 years old, maybe 12 years old, and I'm noticing everything that's going on. I'm trying not to cry, so y'all bear with me, right, as I try to hold myself together.
Tell them I used to wet your pants too. At 14.
He ain't lying though. Rough when I was younger. All right, so let's get back to it. So we went through this whole entire day, and we noticed that she's getting weaker and weaker and weaker, and we're telling her, like, you need to sit down, you know, let's go home, let's relax. And she said no, she wouldn't do it. She refused to do it, to the point that she almost died. It turns out that she was diagnosed with diabetes. She had a 900, you know, blood sugar score, and she almost died. But she would not go home because that's how much it meant to her to bring her culture to someplace else. That she was willing to die for what she believed in. That always resonated with me. It's always stuck with me. It's always stuck with my brothers. And it's always kind of guided us through our life. You know, to be relentless in our approach to life and the things that we desire and the things that we want. She is so selfless that she would give her life for what she believed in. And that's the mom that I was raised with, and that's why we are who we are. And that's why our children are who they are. Right?
Yes, good job. Well, yes, I'm the handsome, dashing one that gets stuff done.
Don't move my mic, don't touch my mic.
So first of all, I just want to thank my mom for having me down here, for having me. It brings a lot of joy for me. I live in the States in Florida, but just to see family that we grew up around, my Uncle Gene, my Auntie Audrey, just everybody, you know, Winston, everybody, my Auntie Winifred in the back, Carice, you know, my Uncle Hollis. I'm the one that's been blessed with a Clifton gene. So I'm an entrepreneur by heart, not scared to leave a job. And as we know, as a lot of people in the Clifton family, we're going to go out there and make things happen no matter what. And so I thank my mom for instilling that for me since a young age. My mom was telling me, you know, buy a house, do this, do that, what I have to do. So by 25, I was on my second house already. Now I'm on my third, we're on my fourth. So I appreciate that by instilling that work ethic in my family, but also the giving part as well. For me, as my family, the rest of my wife and my two boys down here.
Yeah. Don't listen, you ain't giving too much.
Trust me, we bless our church, we bless people, we make sure that everybody's taken care of because we just been blessed to make sure we can pass the money and other opportunities on to other people. So we want to make sure that we do that, and that's the thing I really appreciate there. But thank you for having me here in Trinidad. I love here in Trinidad. I've ate my fair share of roti and doubles and time for me to go home. But you know, thank you. I want to celebrate my mother, my family, and the new friends that we found right here. So we want to lift our glasses up and do a toast to the best woman, mother that we ever have on this planet. We thank you for the new family, old family, everybody.
Period.
Thank you for 75 years and 75 more. Thank you, and give you all a round of applause to Yolande Halls, and let's take this, drink it all up to the bottom. Thank you all.
Cheers.
Cheers. I'm gonna take over again. Here you go.
things. Afraid I get ballards, afraid I get both. You know, when I say one handsome, the other one say, no, I'm handsome. When I say ugly, the other one say, no, he's ugly also, you know. Now that we have heard from the family, speaking of family, I'd like to say a warm welcome to Yolande's sister, Winifred. Raise your hand, Winifred, I don't know ya. Oh, now I know you. Thank you. Now that we have heard from the family members, I would be most interested to hear from her friends. So we have an open floor now, the open floor forum. Please don't rush, join the line, take a number. Yolande, you sure you have friends in this audience? Good, so we have Uncle G now.
We have a porter.
Again, form the line, don't push, everybody will get a chance to talk.
Madam Chair, Ms. Yolande Hollis, Queen of the Evening, the Mayor of San Fernando and his wife, and let me pause here. If you know me, you know I will talk some politics, whether you want to hear me or not. Mr. Mayor, congratulations, you're doing a damn good job in San Fernando.
Hello.
No, I know what I like you, right? Farrell, former MP of Labrie, former Deputy Speaker, presently the brain consultant of the party, PNM that is, the Golden Girls, please stand and be recognized. I'm going back about 50 or 60 years ago. We have in our midst Mr. and Mrs. St. Rose from St. Lucia, presently in St. Croix, Virgin Islands. Please stand and be recognized. Our dear, very, very good friends, Selwyn Nelson and his crew. Mr. Cecil Drayton. I will be remiss if I don't recognize the family, Winifred and Hollis, Therese, and her husband, and those of you who doesn't come to mind, the Yolande that you're seeing tonight, you're seeing just Yolande. It's a face of Yolande that you all will know. But I don't want to talk about Yolande tonight. I want to talk about Yolande 60 years ago. We left Trinidad and we went to the Virgin Islands. We spent some time there. And We migrated to, I'm talking, when I say good, sometimes I'm talking about at least 20, 25 years. So I'm crucial. And we migrated to Orlando, Florida. And because of Yolande's ambition, she is what we call, I'm talking about the true Yolande that you don't know. The very serious, strong woman, Yolande Hollis. She went back to school and she made herself a true woman qualified in the medical field. When you guys work 8 hours, Yolande top duty now start. 12, 16-hour shift is normal with Yolande. She would call me. She in Jersey, I'm in Trinidad, and Gina changing shift after 16 hours. That is Yolande. A very strong woman, very industrious woman. This is the side of Yolande that you may not know. We grow up, if there's anything stronger than family, we are just that. For kids, my kids is nothing more, nothing less than Uncle Jean, Auntie Audrey, Uncle Kelvin, Auntie Yolande. Ladies and gentlemen, the bond is very, very, very close. But I'm begging Yolande tonight, please, don't cuss me tomorrow morning. You see, this cuss, this is the Yolande you know. That I know, every morning I give a cuss. Every single day, ladies and gentlemen. But I know seriously and sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, I have a true friend. I also know, in sickness and in death, if ever I should end up sick on a bed, you are one of the first persons I would see. She is a true friend. Forget the gimmicks and all these type of things about Yolande, that you know them. They're just a front. And I'm talking sincerely from my heart. That is just a front. Yolande is a damn sincere woman. So I want to toast. I'm going to go on, because I could talk and talk and talk about Yolande at length. So I'm going to make a serious toast. And I wanted to call my nephews, Kenny and Kern, together with Audrey, to join me on this podium, together with you, the lovely people out there, to toast not only to Yolande, for the sacrifice and that she has made over the years, and for this Thanksgiving that she is giving here this evening. It's a true thanks. But let us don't forget, let us toast to her continued good health. Ladies and gentlemen, to a woman of strength, a woman of purpose, and a woman of sincerity. Ladies and gentlemen, Yolande, good health to you from now until the Lord close your eyes. God bless you. Music! Music, DJ! I want some music right now. Let us break the ice. I want some music. Let's just get some music. Let's break this ice and then we continue the formal part.
Thank you.
what that's the next one.
Ladies and gentlemen, good night. First, let's give the honor to the Almighty. You know, the good book say, life is 10. So that score is 20, that's 16, and 10 is 17. And anything after that is a blessing. So you've been getting blessings the longest while. And the good Lord continue blessing you. Well, we go back a long way back, myself and Yolande. I think she was about 18 years of age, going to high school. I think it's St. John's on Broadway. And she was fresh, and I was fresh. That wasn't my girlfriend. That wasn't my girlfriend. But I was a friend of hers and a friend of a girlfriend. Okay? All right. So, from those days up until this day here, Yolande and I have been like this. Okay? Since growing, you know, she married to a young man who lived up in our district, which is like Jean Porter, myself. We're from Money Post, I was in Scheme. He was a buddy of mine. She was a girlfriend of mine because of her friend. And so our friendship go a long way back. And I can tell you one thing about Yolande. She's honest, she has a hot mouth, she speaks. You could tell you anything that she wants to tell you, but she's sincere. Yeah, she's hardworking, and almost every other day or a week, I'm in Georgia, she's home here now, and we'll exchange texts, and I really admire Yolande. She's sincere with her friends and them. She'll give her heart out here, and so she is just a wonderful person. Whoever really know her good, or you all here who come here to represent her on this special day, will say the same thing that I say. Yolande is genuine, okay? I know the family back, I didn't know Hollis, but I know it's some of the sisters and them, and we've been good. And Yolande, I ain't gonna say much more, okay? But I wish you, may God continue blessing you the way you look. You know, we go, you know. All right? We party in Florida, we party in Orlando, we party in Miami, we party in Trinidad, all over the world. But she's all right. So, may the Lord continue blessing you to see many, many more. And I'm hoping that I'm around to share that with you. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy it.
Good morning, good evening, good night. All you all right? We're here to celebrate your parents and for that. The thing about it is that I come here deliberately because Yolande is a friend of kind soul. If and when we give a show, two people in the audience, Yolande is one of them. My chairman in the back is Steve Rascal Commander. Come Steve. You can't do Yolande that. Don't try that. You want Kente. Or come. Go to the come. Don't do that. That's why I come out here, because they're afraid to come out. Where you going to the podium? Or you want here?
Okay, a special good evening to one and all. With every good officer, there is always some servant who feels that they must do the honorable thing on behalf. I just want to say on behalf of the Trinidad Unified Calypsonian Organization, a happy 75 to somebody who we believe is more than just a friend. You know, sparrows say 50 million friends. Can't be wrong. Everybody I heard here speak this evening had one thing to say in common, is that if you're going to war, you want Yolande behind you. In a nutshell, we met a few years ago. I don't know, I can't remember how we met now. I feel it's semi-final tickets. But let's see funeral. The wake, I think it was going to see wake. You know, and this lady came, she introduced herself. I know her brother, a very miserable individual. You know, somewhere in Carlton Lane, he used to reside in Nima Park after him or some kind of thing. He was a miserable brother. It's always in there.
Why do you ask me?
You hear?
You hear it very well.
You know, and we became friends. And I want to tell you, one of the most strongest supporters of the Calypso and the Calypsonian is Yolande Hollis. Very, very, very supportive. I met her friends, we call them the Golden Girls, and they have, that name stick with them till today. When they hear calling on radio, Damien Melville always talking about the Golden Girls. You know that team applause, they give them a last year of applause and that team. But it would be remiss of me if I tell you something. The first time I was invited to Yolande's home, when I see the spread, I say, "You will be alone?" She said, "Commander, don't mark my pension." And you talk about a lady could keep a home nice and decent, just like how I like it. It's the only time I feel my 60. Ain't no problem to go with 75. But seriously, Yolande, you have been a real friend. We love you like that. You know, as Hamidullah said earlier, if you have two people in your audience and Yolande don't ride alone, when she come in your event, she bound to bring somebody. And Yolande don't want no free ticket. What Yolande wants is to support your event. If you offer her complimentary, well, nothing wrong with that. But Yolande wants to pay, she wants her crew to pay, and they have always been supportive. And I have no reservation in wishing her another 75 years of this.
Now you hear from my chairman, and in Kaiso, they say who go behind that. So give my clap again then now. Now I'm going to give him my trustee. I trust him very much. So let's see what he will say.
Me? Good evening, everyone. I'll be short because of the fact that I'm the one that, as a member of TUCO, that first met Miss Yolande. There was a collaboration with her and I in one of our artist, which was Buoyancy. I think she was close to the family, and we as Tuko, I was working together with her. And from then to now, I'm saying that if I've ever introduced anybody to Tuko, Yolande is that person that I think that is very supportive to us and the art form. I want to say to her, 75 look like 12. It's not like 12. So all the best to you, Yolande. I hope that we have you for another 75, loving what you do and being supportive to what we do. Thank you very much for all the support.
Thank you. I can stay right here? Okay. Good evening, everyone. So I have known, well, Auntie Yolande, my dad and Auntie Yolande are brother and sister. And I've known Auntie Yolande all my life, basically. Auntie Yolande, as a young person, Auntie Yolande has showed me a lot in terms of relationship, business. She has just been someone that I could look to, I could call her and ask for advice, and she would always be there. Since I became an adult and came into the real world, the working world, Auntie Yolande has also shown me that it's not just all work and business. You also need to have fun. You also need to go on a cruise or go on a vacation, which she enjoys doing. And we went on 2 occasions, we went away together, just her and I. And those 2 occasions were the best times that I would have had. I would have seen Auntie Yolande meet new people and became best friends with them immediately. And that's the kind of person that she is. She's so humble, she's so down to earth. She can speak to anybody and people will just love her. And that's someone that I look to and would love, like, that personality is a great personality for anyone to have. In terms of business, my husband and I, before we got married, we passed by Auntie Yolande. We would usually just pass by Auntie Yolande and call, "Hey Auntie Yolande, what are you doing?" Nothing. We pass in. When we reach, Auntie Yolande have food, she have drinks, she have everything, just there, waiting for us, ready for us. Or when we reach, she there, she cooking what all you want to eat, pigtail, cow heel, whatever, anything you ask for, she gonna cook it. And that's really something that we love and appreciate about her. And she actually introduced us to real estate. Auntie Yolande she is such an entrepreneur. I've seen Auntie Yolande sell Avon cosmetics, I've seen her do nursing, I've seen her do real estate, I've seen her raise her kids, do so many things and excel in it. Not just be basic, but really and truly excel in everything that she sets her heart to do. And that's what we also would like to aspire to do as we in the real estate business now. In terms of family, my cousins, her sons, they like the best cousins. Hopefully none of the others are listening, but they are the best cousins. And our family bond is so tight, it's really amazing because they have like 10 siblings. It's a lot of them, and a lot of them all over the world. But Auntie Yolande really truly makes an effort to make sure that we stay together, make sure that we have a relationship with each other. And I really, really appreciate that as well.
I can't talk now.
You see everything? Well, for me, when I met Auntie I'm Joshua. When I met Auntie Yolande the first time, she kind of wanted like to, "Who's you?" You know, like, she's kind of serious, but she on jokes, right? "Who is you?" You know, because I take a baby because they travel and now I communicate here and you know, like no more traveling with you, she traveling with me. Yeah, but what I observed with Auntie Yolande is that she is a satisfied woman. when I mean satisfied, she's fully satisfied. And a lot of people chase after things and material things and probably other human beings to get that satisfaction, and she know how to be satisfied and enjoy herself, and I really appreciate that. And I must say, I can't stop thanking you for the opportunity to share with us that day to get into the real estate business. And I was able to leave my job, as your son said, that is what you did. I was able to walk away from my $8,000, 10 years permanent job because of the real estate business that you introduced us in. And how can I say thanks? And I pray that God continue to bless you and keep you and cause His face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May He lift up His countenance upon you and give you perfect peace. In Jesus' name, I love you.
Love you,
Nobody else? This time.
Okay, good evening. I just want to ask Monsieur a question. When I left here in 2015, I left 3 chickens. One was Mariam, one was Mary, and the other one was Martha. And I wanted to know what happened to them. You see, that was the kind of person Miss Yolande is. She bought some chickens and we managed to rescue 3. Yeah? The others died. And every time she left, I was the farm manager. And when I came for her, she took me everywhere that she goes. I went to wait and never see the person yet. I went to places that I do not know the people. Even tonight, one lady said, I remember you. And then she told me where I was. I said, yes. I said, only the other day I was talking about you. And that is Miss Yolande. She's loving. She always ensures that you're okay. Even if she has to give you what she has to make you okay. And that is what I love about her. And I think that is why she is looking so beautiful at 75. I heard the guy say that she's satisfied, but I'm going to say she's contented with whatever she has. What she has is what she worked for. She didn't rob anyone for it, like some people want to rob her for what she has. Amen. So I wish God blessing upon her life and our children and grandchildren and those loving friends that are around her. And I trust God that I know she's going to continue to be as she is. Strong, loving, supportive. And those are characteristics that we hardly find in people nowadays. So when you find them, keep near to them, keep polishing them, that their brightness is going to make you brighter than what you are. Thank you.
So do we have any of the golden girls? Because these are the people that she lied with. And I know for sure, this is the clique. So somebody from the golden girls has to at least say a word. So who's representing tonight? We have Joyce, the diva Joyce.
Good evening all. I would like to say that my dear friend, I have known her for over 60 years. So that's going way back. That's just telling how old I am as well. Yes. And she's very loyal, she's very sincere, she's honest, she's a friend of mine. In fact, kind of trouble I can go to her. She's very lovely.
Yolande, on behalf of the Golden Girls, Blanche, Rose. Yolande, I want to say this wonderful woman. I met her in church. Yes, yes, she does. I met her in church about 3 years ago, Yolande. 2-3 years ago. I wasn't paying double, but since I met you from now till then, Yolande, I want to tell everybody, you are a wonderful person. I have learned plenty because I'm not far from you. A few years, yes, but I want to say how much I really love you. My husband, when we go out, I can say he has over here, I'm with Yolande. Yolande call and say to them, we're going so and so. I said, Dada, hand my money. And we go. Now pull up, and I go. But girl, one thing I want to tell you tonight, everybody here, we all know Yolande. She tell you what she has to tell you. If she had a cuss you, she cuss you. But that's my friend. And girl, I want to tell you like the songwriter said, forever young, may you stay forever young.
Okay, we got somebody on mic, right?
Good evening again, everybody. Yoda, and I'm here from Grenada. I lived in Trinidad a couple years ago, and I met Miss Yoda in church. And I don't know, of all the youth in the church, I was the one. I don't know, we just clicked. You understand? This woman was like a mother to me. This woman, listen, there's no words to explain how this woman was. Oh, and I want to know what happened to the chicken. Because I invested time in this chicken, feeding these chicken and them, so I need to know what happened to it, right? When she traveled, she would leave me to take care of her home, take care of her vehicle. Don't mind, I have a throat problem. She would leave me to take care of, her home, her vehicles, the animals. This person from Grenada, she don't even know. She just meet this young lady in church, and she just put everything in this young lady hand. Wherever she go in, I tagging along. She will call, listen, we go in here, come up and meet me, whatever. For me, Miss Yolande's home was like a place of peace for me because being here in Trinidad, no family members, it's just me, you understand? And this woman, along with the church family, they meant so much to me. They did so much for me. But Miss Yolande, most of all, this woman stands out. She went all out for me. When I quit my job because I was working all the way around in Marabella, and I quit my job and I decided, listen, I'm going into beauty because I like to do hair, I like to do nails. And I say, I'm going into this. And she was like, listen, you're going all the way. And always have better things she bringing me. And she making me print little flyers or whatever, and all in the people party she advertised. All in the people party she advertised. People come to party, but she advertising here and there. You understand? This is my friend Yola from Grenada, and she does here and she does this. When you want to get your nails done, yes. So my little clientele started off with the Golden Girls. Each and every one of them, right? And from since then up until today, I went back home to Grenada and I own my own salon now, and I do here and do the full work, right? And I have to say thanks to this lady on the stage, Miss Yolande, because of her, because of the way she pushed me. You understand? Even now that I'm not here in Trinidad, I'm in Grenada, she will call and she will check on me. And let me tell you, I had before, she's the one who responded. She'll see like, she'll call like, all of this Grenadian and them, all of this forget people. I forget her, son. I forget her. Today I'm in Trinidad because of her. There's no other reason, and I would not miss tonight for nothing. I must come to support this lady who has been more than a mother to me. And I want to tell you, Miss Yolande, tonight that I love you with every single thing within me. And my two children, they have accepted her like a mother. Listen, they always ask, when we come to Trinidad, when we go to Miss Yolande, when we go to Miss Yolande, even though she and my daughter can't be angry, my daughter find this lady rough, she can't find this lady. But that's not children, she has to call and make sure they go. Right? So I want to tell you, Miss Yolande, we love you with everything within us, and we appreciate every single thing that you have done for us.
Okay, so I will wind it up because I don't think I have anybody else to speak, right? So this lady and I don't have a good relationship. We always fight. From the time she reaches my door, Andrew, wait! I want my clothes! I lie. Even if I calm her down and say, okay, Yolande, I'm ready for you. You just need to go and change. You sure? But my history with Yolande goes way back about almost 30 years, 20-something years. I first met Yolande when I was like an in-house designer with the House of Jackie. She came to me because one of her sons was getting married, and she heard that I would sew well, and she wanted an outfit to go to the wedding. But she did get the outfit, she got it early. I know that a lot of people in the audience will like raise their eyebrows. Early. But she did get the outfit, and when she came back to Trinidad, she was like, I needed to design a section in a band for me because everybody talk about that outfit. Boy, if you see, and she went on. We did do the band. We lost connection for quite a few years, and through another friend who came to my home, oblivious to the both of us that we knew each other, right? We reconnected. And since then, she has gone the distance for me as a friend, as a designer. She comes to my home and she would tell me, I don't like the condition of that corner there. I say, Yolande, I'm now finished cutting clothes. It's not supposed to be dirty, clean it. And she would take the broom and start. She would stand and she would like, so how much more you have to finish on this? I said, Yolande, you just have to hem. I want to come out your house. That's Yolande. However, the other side of this friendship is she would get on the phone and she would call me and she'd say, you okay? I just sit down here and I think about you and I just want to make sure everything all right with you. You need anything? When you're coming home by me, you come at night one night, you ain't coming back, what happened? For that, I really appreciate her because there are very few people who look out for you. If you are a person who is self-employed, there are very few customers who look back after they get to look good, right? And she does that, and she does it unconditionally. if she sees 3 weeks pass and I don't call her, she's on the phone, on WhatsApp. Any means she can find me, she takes it. So tonight I want to say thank you so much for your years of patronage. And I also want to say thank you very much for being a dear friend through in and throughout the years. Happy birthday, Yolande Hollis. 75 down, 6,000 more to go.
Thank you very much, everyone. We know who the friends are now, and we know who the frenemies are. So now that we've heard from all of you lovely people who had something to say or not say, why don't we ask Yolande Hollis what she has to say? We want to hear that?
To my friends, good evening. This is Yolande. To my family, to my brother Hollis, to my sister Winifred, to my niece, Grace, which I really regret that we can't travel anymore. Joshua, you need to back out. Marlene, Jason, Chase, my friends who came in from New Jersey, my friends came from Orlando, my friends who came from St. Croix. At this point, I can't mention all the names, because if I call Julia name, Julia will say, why you ain't call me, you call Winston. I just did it right there. I want to say thanks. The group gathered here today are really my friends, true friends. I have a lot of people who are out there. I must say to my darling Selwyn Nelson, Jesus, what I could do without that boy? I want to say special to Suzanne and Matthew. They are my neighbors who live next to me. Suzanne, when I first moved to Claxton Bay, Matthew was there. Matthew ran up and he said, Granny, Granny. And I said, I didn't know I have grandchildren. And those days I was walking, I did not have a car and all of that. And today I am still Granny for Suzanne and Matthew. Whatever I need, Susan is there by my side. Susan, I do appreciate everything. Thank you. Michelle Jordan Gill, my friend from New Jersey, who I worked with in New Jersey. The first day I walked into New Jersey Veterans Home working, this girl came in an orange uniform. And I cannot see black and orange going together in a nursing home. So she pulled me way back and said, Miko, I said, who are you? How you can come to work looking like that? She laughed it off because Michelle know who I am. While I lived in New Jersey, I had no family. Michelle was my person who I can go to, who I had down as my eyes. And it's not a custom and immigration or the thing that Donald Trump had. It is in case of emergency, you can call Michelle Gill for if anything happened to me while I lived in New Jersey. Michelle, thank you very much for looking out for Granny. I have all my other friends who I work with, Venora, all of them. I work, whoever name I forget it. We worked with together in New Jersey. I want to say thank you all for looking out for me. Thank you. Winston LaTroy, forget you. He has been a friend with me for many, 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 many years. I want to go back to, oh God, Junior Reguero, our darling mayor of San Fernando. Junior, I want to say thank you. And I'm going to go way back into my family issue when we had a real problem in my family. I was still living in New Jersey and I got a call. You were there at my family rescue. Mr. Ruggiero, thank you very much for rescuing my family. It will always be remembered for what you have done for my family. Thank you. To Kamala, thank you. To everyone else who has come on here to celebrate with me tonight, I want to say thanks. Stephanie, Kizzy, when we want to go out there to karaoke or they're there with me to wind down. Thank you all. I want to end right now because we have a guest artist who is coming. My Golden Girls, thank you all. To my Versatile crew, thank you all, Versatile. That is our home when we have no place to go. We go to Versatile Lounge and we hang out. Black Sunday what? Who? Well, no, we did tip it up cool. We got Sancho there, so we ain't got to worry about that. To everyone who came out, to Andrew, thank you very much for being there for me for all these years. For my darling Mr. Barrow, I tried to be with Mr. Barrow years ago. I put a move on him a few Christmas. He never accepted. Mr. Barrow, you missed out, boy. Jean Porter, the brother from another mother. Thank you, Mr. Porter. To my two sons who came here to celebrate with their mother, a sincere thanks to you all. It really means a lot to me to have you all with me. I have another son who could not make it. His seat is waiting right there for him whenever you want. Junior, we leaving that seat there forever for my next son in Tampa. But to everybody, no, Junior, you funding that? But to everybody, I want to say thank you for coming out and celebrating with me. Words cannot express. You all are true friends. Hey, Susie. Boom, Susie.
Love you, Yola.
I love you too. All right. To all wife again. All right. Thank you all very much. We'll go to entertainment while the diva go on show in the next outfit.
Cliche, isn't it? I have to tell Yolande, thank you for giving the motive dance. So now you all know what Yolande think of you.
You get it down.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have an in-house announcement again. I was just informed that for those of you who came in a bit late and missed dinner, the caterers, they have boxed out some food for you all, so feel free. It's on a table on the left of me as you enter. And you can feel free to partake in those boxes. Okay? So up next we have Mr. Jason, you're giving trouble, boy. I'll call you up. We have Mr. KV Charles up next. Ladies and gentlemen, do we have the driver of PDT 8030?
Bingo!
Bingo! Going once, going twice. Sold! PDT 8030.
Going to the disco.
So, the beautiful decoration that we had, it would be very remiss of me not to mention that the person who put this all together is no other than Diane from Jada's Exclusives. So I hand you over now to Mr. K.V. Charles. Thank you.
Where's Miss Yolande?
She right there.
Yeah, you can't be going busy. They brought me to sing to you.
Coming for you
All
to
right,
sing.
come darling, come darling. Good. I'm ready. The sunshine on a cloudy day. Girl, when it's cold outside, I got one for me. Yeah, I guess you say what can make me feel this way, my girl. Talking about my girl. I've got so much honey to please every me. Oh, I've got more with baby than the birds in the trees. Well, I guess you say what can make me feel this way? Yo, that's my girl. Yo, that's my girl. You already said she could do plenty things. I know I'm always singing, but she could do plenty things. I hear so. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Fortune or fame. Oh, I've got all the riches, baby, that this one man can stand. Well, I guess you say what can make me feel this way, my girl. Talking about my girl. Talking about my girl. My girl. Now I need you all to sing with me. You see this thing? Our next one to do a sweet song. Eh? Oh, yeah, do this one with me. Natural beauty. Well, girl, I never met someone shy until I see your eyes. But still, I have to try. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, yes, so let me get my words right and then approach you. You'll not treat you like a man you're supposed to. You'll never have to cry. I know everyone can relate to when they find that special someone, and you will say, and I want her in my life. I never knew anyone so one of a kind. Oh, the way she moves to her own beat, she has the qualities of a queen. she is white. And I need her in my life. I never knew anyone so one of a kind until the night that I see him right. Ooh. So you have more standard than youth. That's what we're talking about. Hey, yes, I know the king and queen took some time. For you and Yolande never leave your side. But people need through the trial time. But the magistrate, but you don't mind. Cause she know that really good man is hard to find. So she ready about a time online. So baby's her only man at this time. And I know everyone can relate to when they find that special someone. She's royal, yes, so royal, and I want her in my life. I never knew anyone so one of a kind. The way she moves to her own beat, she has the qualities of a queen. She's a queen. Ooh, such a natural beauty. No need no makeup to be a cutie. She's a queen, so supreme. And when they ask what the good woman's made of, she's not ashamed or afraid of who she is. And I need her in my life. I never knew anyone so one of a kind until the light that I see her eyes. Yo dice that she must even know it's this. Yeah, when I came in here earlier, I heard it getting on kind of bad. So, do it again, I'm here. And it's far with sunshine sometimes. And the fields where he palm trees grow, the red soul of don't you know keep thinking about working my way back. Well, I'm a Trinidadian born and raised. Nowadays I'm lost between two shores. You see, Tobago's fine, but it ain't home. Trinidad's home, but it ain't mine no more. I am my friend to no one man, and no one good at all, not even a chance. I am my bride. I am said and I am lost, and I can't even say why. Leaving the loneliness. Could I talk to you a minute? Did you ever read about the frog who dreamed of being a kid? And then he became one. Listen, well, all except for a few changes, if you're talking about me, the story's the same one. Well, I've got this emptiness deep inside. I try, but it won't let me go. Unlike you, I'm a man who don't like to swear, but I can't stand the sound of being alone. wild soca. You want to change your clothes? Well, they make a little noise while she's going to change your clothes then. Or they can sing. Make some kind of noise, let me know their voice out in there. Any kind of noise? Right. But I hear a woman in the corner, they both say, well, she's from Grenada. Well, my parents are from Grenada, so one thing I have is manners. Right? So I come here and I introduce myself properly. But Grenadian parents and me tell me when I meet people and strangers, what first thing I'm going to say is, hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. No, you can try it. Hello. We say. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I will say it back to you now. Hello, 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 hello. Bring that wine. me. So we will sing it together, right? Give me the walk. 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 I tell you, I come for this walk. I come for this walk. I come for this walk. I come for it. I come for this walk. I come for this walk. I come for this walk. I have a big dream for the team, 'cause I have all the requirements that you need. My resume is flawless, suitable, reliable. If you hire me, I just want to do one boss lady. I come for this one. I come for this one. I come for this one. And I'm looking for my young lady. I come for this one. I come for this one. I come for this one. I will be number one employee. I get to be guaranteed my database. Right here, shoot the book. You got it, I'm driving it. If you don't know me, I've been looking for one young lady. I come for this one. I come for this one. I come for this one. And I'm looking for somebody. Young lady, I come for this. I come for this. I come for this. But then you get the walk, stand up, cause you get the walk, I say stand up. Man, come on, stand up. You get the walk, I say stand up. Stand up. You get the walk, I say stand up. Stand up. You get the walk, I say stand up. I come for this walk. I come for this walk. I come for this walk. I come for this. Right. Now before I invite what's doing this song, because I have to show the love and respect to this one man. So you see right now, you have a bottle or a spoon and just go bang 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 just stop one house work, you're doing well. Tonight we go in and have some fun. I'm just feeling to party. The way we used to when we wasn't young, so young, so young. Just put on something sexy, so you be free to move around. Make sure the children okay. You know why? We ain't going home until morning come. Sing for them. Tonight you got my feet up. Tonight you got my feet up. Jam, 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 jam. Tonight you got my chest feet to lead. So come on, hold on to it. What I've learned, leave your worries by the doorstep. You know, for that tonight we have no time. Yeah. We go deal with that tomorrow. Tonight we going out and line. We go do one little soca. We go do a little grind. We go do a little back. Show them youngsters how to walk off the ways and wine. Tonight you got my feelings. Oh, lad, oh, lad, oh. feeling good. Like a back man just feels a movie. So come on, hold on to your man. I love it, 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 I love it. Bambade, 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 dig it, dig it, bambade, dig it, bambade, dig it, dig it, bambade, dig it, they're fine, they call it going fine. I just simply have to tell them that you is the driving force behind. You's the one that give me courage. You's the one that have me great. So put that tonight, me darling. We going out and celebrate. Tonight is like my feeling. People buying was getting charged my person being here. Love you much. Thank you for having me. Who else down there? Love you.
All right, people, the party now starts. Pull you up.